thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Of course, my pleasure.
So, I know that you have joined the climate conversation circles. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
And it's basically a series of 6 short workshops where you do 2 things. You take an honest look at your own carbon footprint, and you learn about how to have conversations about climate better than we usually do. I mean, I don't know about you, but it very often when one brings up climate, it's like a game stopper, right? I mean, the conversation is at its end. Everybody is slightly depressed. Everybody has a slightly bad conscience. And, it's not an easy topic to raise, right? I mean, climate conversation circles, we practice how to raise the topic in a positive, constructive, sort of feeling less the pressure of having to change something with one conversation, right? And sort of really remembering and reminding ourselves of good conversation habits, really, and sort of practicing together with like-minded people in a very safe setting. And we have a lot of fun actually in those circles, sort of bumming out and and not getting it right, and sort of trying different approaches.
When we met, you were leading the Race to Zero challenge effort of CIC. So you're already quite well versed in the sort of whole climate discussions and things. So why did you feel the need to join?
Well, I think really several reasons, right? I mean, first, you can never learn enough about the topic, and it is massive, and so you will always learn something new. But I mean, for me, it was really 2 other aspects. It was to really take an honest look at our own footprints and, and sort of get away from this idea that, I'm already doing a lot, but without really knowing whether I am doing a lot. It's just sort of something which we have in our minds, right? So that was the one side. And the other side was really, I'm quite passionate about the topic. And I realized that, whilst in my professional life, I'm an executive coach, I think I'm a good listener and I sort of practice good conversation habits. I found it really hard to do the same about climate. So, it was when I participated in the first circle, it was really helpful to just practice with in a safe space with a group of like-minded people, laugh together, fail together, do a little bit better, and just learn how to raise a very sensitive topic.
And now you have done it. Have you seen the benefits you were expecting?
Well, I've done it, and since then I've also joined 2 more circles as a co-facilitator. So I've done 3 circles by now. Yeah, well, the benefits I personally see, I mean, starting from our own carbon footprint, for example, in our house, we've decreased our electricity and gas consumption by 30%, having found the gas and electricity meters. But it makes a real difference, to just sort of track that a little bit and get a bit more aware of what you actually use. I also think I'm making more conscious choices about consumption, what I do, what I don't do. Mm-hmm. But the biggest change for me was really starting to have courage to bring out the topic, in polite society. And what I sort of see is a lot of my friends and sort of the circles have moved in. People now even actively come to me and they sort of start talking about it. They share with me a little bit, how bad they feel about having taken this flight. And I really believe that, one conversation at a time will start making a difference. I mean, and in my friendship circle now, when people say they do a Martina, that means they've taken the train instead of flying. So it has become a terminus technicus, doing the Martina. So inviting anybody to do the Martina.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing. That's really useful.
You're welcome.
And I hope that's more of in the community of CIC can think about that, and maybe you have more circles later.
It would be delightful. It is I really think it is an enjoyable experience. I mean, it's not too intensive, and maybe you join us in one of the upcoming circles, can't you?
I knew you would ask.
I had to.
Thank you.
Thank you.